5 days a year, giving you free picks on the bulk of the card. Try and cover as many games as we can on this show. Of course, our best bets are the ones that are in our premium area. And I see these weird YouTube comments. I would love to, if these people had any accountability at all on YouTube, I would love to have the ability to ask them the questions back. Like when they say, I don't see anywhere where you guys have your record. It's like, well, it's on our website. I mean, it's pretty well documented. It's crystal clear. I believe our record and how to get our records are on every single page of both of our websites. I think it's on every single page. I don't know. Then I see people that say, I've taken this guy's picks. I lose it. It's like my free pick videos were 14-7 yesterday. It's like, so because you had two losers that my picks agreed with yours, then I suck, I guess. I don't know, man. My premium picks are sometimes hit and miss, but usually my free picks are spot on. I don't know, but I've gone on heaters the other way as well, and so have these guys. Same thing. It's like a day like yesterday. I had two. One of the premium picks that I wanted to add, I added. I did add, to the premium area. That was Northern Colorado. The other one was Jacksonville State, and I did not add it. And I wish I did. That was easy. In Montana, those are just Montana. Brian and I were just kicking each other like behind the thing. Like, why the hell did?
Well, we didn't find out our information until like 2 PM or something like that. So
I think we're gonna have to have like a late info executive plan where it's like $100 a day. It's
Montana wasn't that late of an late info play. I put it up with the.
No, see,
we got like really strong late info. Like, I mean, there's info, but I mean, the regular handicapping. But we got like
the regular handicap of that game was easy, Montana.
But we got the
easy.
We got the Montana.
You got that big call.
We got the Montana.
Well, once a guy tells us a certain time of day, that's like a big bet.
Yeah, it's like
it's too late to put it as a premium.
Yeah, I mean, your regular handicapping is a regular handicapping. It's like, we all do fine with that. But then, I have like, we have some bets, and a lot of the late information. I mean, the life-changing ones, the ones I've won, some of the biggest amounts of money I've ever made are on late information,
Yeah.
And that's, so we'll figure it out. Maybe we'll have a late information.
Especially in NBA coming up here, you get that late information. And it's like,
yeah, well, that's the whole idea of the drive-through, is to have that late information. Ruffalo, of course, just dropping the ball all over the place on that one.
I was gonna do my promo at the end during my little spiel.
Yeah,
how the Pirates do yesterday.
Oh my God, let it go.
The Pirates.
East Carolina?
In the background.
The East Carolina Pirates, yeah.
Oh.
Weren't they playing like SMU or something?
Yeah, I think they were playing SMU. Yeah.
Oh, man.
He messaged me at like 2 AM saying like SMU, and I'm like doing a sleep
That was at like 8 o'clock
study.
at night. That was like 8 o'clock at night after the game was over.
Dude, I was doing a sleep study last night. I didn't know what time it was.
Well, we got NFL tonight, and we've got college basketball. It's an interesting card of college basketball. We have some really good quality games. We got some other crappy games. And, tomorrow is about the same kind of mix, and we have 4 college football tomorrow with a mix of it'll be amazing. It'll be interesting to see if any of these championship games get postponed or canceled. That would be, Brian, what are the chances of the Notre Dame Clemson game being canceled?
0%.
Yeah, because there's not going to be any COVID at Notre Dame or Clemson. 0. Not this weekend.
I saw Oregon's playing USC. That's something I like.
Well, Oregon USC was just like, it was supposed to be Washington USC, and Washington Washington didn't want to play, so they're just like, anyone want to play?
I think Oregon could be.
Oregon State's like, yeah, we'll think about it, whatever. And then like Washington State was like, yeah, maybe we'll play too. And Oregon's like, screw it. I know we're 3-2, but we'll play in the championship game. What the hell? It's like
First come, first serve.
It's like let's take the ones that should be meaningful and turn them as meaningless as possible. Marshall's playing again. It's first appearance since the Rice game. Oddly enough, UAB played Rice last also, and they struggled against them too.
UAB's under the radar. I like UAB.
I liked it when they played Miami this year. That was under the
radar. They should have covered that game.
Should have covered.
BS.
They should have covered. Omaha should have covered last night against Colorado. Should have covered. I'm telling you, they had it down to 21 at halftime.
Oklahoma State should have covered too.
Oklahoma State was.
And Ohio State.
Ohio State, well.
So we both had winners and losers.
Those are punts. Oh, yeah. I also said Tulane money line. I mean, I gave out Tulane with the points as dog of the day, but I also took a money line. So I lost on that one. I, of course, put more on money line than I did on with the points. It's supposed to work the other way, right? You're supposed to have they're plus 449. I just couldn't help myself. They were right there. Getting a message here. Al Ninos wants to add a soccer pick. How many people want Al Ninos' soccer pick? Raise your hands. It's like
he'd be better off adding an NBA preseason.
Really?
Pick.
I mean,
they do it. You are able to do preseason picks.
It's just ridiculous. It's like, why do you have it there? Why to show everyone you can put up picks that nobody wants? It's like, see, if you're going to be a handicap owner, it's like, that's what you don't want to do. I just don't understand it personally, because the whole idea is to serve the public, right? Is to put other people on winners. And if nobody wants those bets, why waste your time? I don't know. We got a soccer guy. It's Goran. It was 5-1 yesterday. Okay, Brian, what do you got for sale today?
Well, off a 3-0 perfect day yesterday, number one capper last 30 days, $13,680 in profit last 30 days. 3-game pack today. It's my Brian's Thursday night pure profit pack for $50 at pickdogs.com. Either that or make sure my college football pass. You get the championship weekend for free, $250, pickdogs.com.
I don't know what the hell this comment means, but this guy's so out of here. I can't even tell you. I have no idea what this means. This guy's so out of here.
I can't see any comments, so I always get left out.
Well, it's on. If you watch this on YouTube, you can see it. He's so out of here. So out of here. Chris, what do you got? Speaking of so out of here,
like this.
Potsy, what do you got?
I'm trying to read it upside down.
Do you know the Sports Center went for the Happy Days references yesterday too?
Did they?
They absolutely did. I'm telling you, the writers for those shows watch our show. I know they do. They steal our stuff, and it's like they don't steal it. It's like they just borrow it. But they're like almost the same exact lines that we used. They didn't tell Zawacki to sit on it, but it was weird because like I told Rod to sit on it on the show, and no one was like, "Stop picking on Rod." It's only Brian, It's only Brian. There's no Rod love out there. It's like, he told Rod to sit on it. You called Chris Potsy. They used Potsy. They did the whole. I swear they did it. I don't, and the thing is, I never even watched that. It just happened to like still be on. The TV was still on, on that channel. Or it was like we were watching something recorded, and like the recording thing ended, and it just flipped onto that because I was doing something else, and my wife was doing something else. I just flipped on it, and I hear the references. It was like they used.
You know who they were watching?
Well, they used Oklahoma State to the Oklahoma State game to get into it. They were talking about like Cade Cunningham, Mr. Cunningham, but then they went into our whole Happy Days bit.
Jeez. Imitation, best form of flattery or something. Right?
I've seen those guys do my exact bits, many times over the years, many times. Like the whole thing about like, oh, this guy's been at this school for 15 years, and like all that, you know. I've said that in a video, and then the guy says the same thing. One time I said, this is like a few years ago. This is like when the Bengals were turning it around from being, you know, the team that drafts first or whatever. I said in the video, I said, these aren't your father's Bengals, you know. It's like whatever. And they said it on right on there. It's the same exact thing, man. It was like you know, just pull that out of nowhere. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Our show's better sometimes. Go ahead, Chris. What do you got?
All right. Well, for me, you know, I very seldom do these name games, but I got my No Limit College Hoops Game of the Year. I think there's one game that you got to bet tonight. I think it's this one. I have that over for $30 over at Pick Dogs Premium, or it's part of my Thursday Moneyball 3-pack for $45. Or you guys tune in. We got another day of the Advent Calendar on the drive-through tonight. It's myself, Tony T, Alex Smart, Al Ninos, Rod's going to be there, Damien, and this other guy, Mitch. I don't know. Never heard of him.
I'm going to have to buy this play. I want to know what it is, damn it.
I'm looking it up.
I'm going to have to text Mitch after this.
I just can't believe there's not any limit on it.
The only limit is your imagination and how much you actually want to put. That's the only
Imagination.
Speaking of imagination, all those other channels out there, we're whipping your ass. Whipping your ass. We're the number
Even
one.
without a coupon code either.
Number one sports handicapping YouTube channel, and it's not even close. Not even close. Even like the guys with the big studio productions and all that other stuff. Not even close. They're doing not even 2/3 of the views that we're doing. Right here. So there's no limit whatsoever on this thing?
Not at all.
Huh.
Imagine like me buffet line, like no limit.
No limit. Rod, you got a limit on your picks? Bottomless cup of coffee?
Bottomless cup of coffee?
What's it called?
No, today we got Tantalizing Thursday. I off a nice winning night last night. Nice.
Tantalizing?
Yep. Tantalizing Thursday for you.
December 16th on the Word of the Day calendar.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm not gonna say what word I thought.
It's like I'll take creepiest pick package titles for 100, Alex.
You didn't phrase it in the form of a question.
Good old Tantalizing Thursday. Off a nice winning night, 4-1. I found these 3 plays with some nice edge. Gives us some huge opportunity to cash in big with these college basketball slam dunks. Don't miss them. Or you can also get my NFL play. I got one single NFL play, 10-star NFL side winner.
Is it this 3-pack, Chris, that's no limit, or it's just one of these plays within your 3 picks?
He has a no limit.
The one for sure is no limit, but the other 2. if you wanted to make them no limit too, I wouldn't blame you.
All right. There's no limit. There's
no limit.
There's no ceiling. I got 3 college hoops picks and a pick in the NFL game out there. I put my college hoops picks in the morning with clarity. It was weird. It was like I got in the studio yesterday after. It was one of those days where it's like I didn't go play golf, so it was like I had the whole morning reserved. I was going to do, work on the weekend videos for college football because I know Saturday is a massive college basketball schedule, and I want to do a ton, ton of videos on Saturday and tomorrow and everything. So I wanted to get ahead on college football. I got nowhere. As a matter of fact, like I did like 12 of them, and it's like I have to redo like 3 of them. Like the Marshall UAB one, I'm just gonna redo it. I gave it the total. I'm just gonna give a side in that one. Anyways, speaking of sides, Raiders and the Chargers tonight in Las Vegas, Sin City. It's happening. Well, half the Raiders are out, and And the Chargers, well, they haven't checked in yet this season. Anthony Lynn, haven't heard the word hot seat with Anthony Lynn, but I would imagine he's so fired. Chris, Brian, what do you got for tonight's NFL matchup?
For me, I'm going to go with the under. I know the Raiders have some issues on defense, but for me, I think both teams are going to try to establish the run. The Chargers and the Raiders. Jacobs, I know his ankle's a little bit iffy. But I just see this being a rival game that goes back and forth, close game. Give me the under.
Chris?
I said in the last couple of weeks, it's going to hold true here. The Chargers, until they fire Anthony Lynn, are not seeing a dime of my money. I know the Raiders have a ton of guys out right now, but a ton of guys out can't replace the guy that's still there, coaching up wins for the other team. So I'll lay the field goal with the Raiders, and I think my first touchdown tonight, I'll go Darren Waller.
Oh, Chris, you stole my first touchdown.
I did.
You gave it up first. I forgot to give it out. Darren Waller also scored the first touchdown.
You know what that means.
We agree on it.
That's looking good.
I thought you were going to say you're foolish and lack vision. Rod, what do you got for tonight's game?
For me in this game, I'm going to take the over, actually. The Raiders, 25th ranked pass defense. I think Herbert's going to take advantage of that and air it out and throw it down the field. And, the Raiders will get their scores as well. As I got this in about 31-27 is what I see the final as here. And that puts it over the number. So take the over.
I'm a little off my game here. I'm still creeped out by the tantalizing thing. But anyways, I like the over in this one too. The Raiders defense is so bad to begin with. I mean, they're so bad to begin with. 25th ranked in the NFL. They stink, right? You have a Chargers team that, they do have a running game, but it's like coaches that are going to get fired. You don't get fired by having a solid running game and playing defense. You get fired because you just do stupid-ass stuff all the time, and that's what the Chargers do, just stupid-ass stuff. They love to throw the ball downfield. They got a gunslinger quarterback, and he's on national TV, and they're going to show it off. That's what they do. Keenan Allen's going to score the first touchdown. That's what's going to happen. He's banged up, but it doesn't matter. He's still better than anyone on the Raiders.
Money suggests it's an under as far as the betting goes.
Yeah, well, those guys are idiots. They also like Omaha.
It's 50-50 by my look.
Yeah, the money's 50-50, but the 69% of the bets are on the over, which would suggest that the smaller bettors in my sample are going with the over and the bigger bettors are taking the under. So, for what it's worth.
For what it's worth. What is it worth, Brian?
50-50. Coin flip.
I like to go with the guys that are betting the bigger money than the guys that are betting the smaller money, personally. That's what But I'm not a totals guy. I suck at totals, so for what it's worth.
You do suck at totals, don't you?
I do suck at totals. I don't do many totals, but I suck at it.
Yes, but the few that you do, you suck at.
I hate totals.
Yeah.
Because if you're on an under, the whole game you're worried about one score here and one score. And if you're on the over, you're worried about they're not scoring enough. So it's just, I don't need the constant.
At least you're not waiting
stress.
for Cade Cunningham to suit up for the Oklahoma game last night. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Oh, man. Anyways. We got college hoops today. We got afternoon. I kind of like this. It's like this year, they don't normally do all these early afternoon games during the week. I know, like, normally Christmas week, they have, like, games like this, like, during the week and, like, New Year's week and stuff. But they've had it, since the start of college basketball with a few day games sprinkled in. Today,
It's a small card, but a quality card, I think, today.
Whatever. It's one of the.
It's a quality
It's a card.
action.
It's tantalizing.
It is very tantalizing.
When I hear tantalizing, I think of a gentleman's club.
When I hear tantalizing, I think super creepy. I think Sandusky. Jerry Sandusky.
Oh.
I think Tickle Monster.
Well, don't worry then. These three slam dunks will definitely tickle your fancy.
They're not going to be tickling my fancy, I'll tell you that much. I have access to everyone's picks. I don't even want to know what these are. How about that?
That's a profile on my Tinder thing. Too husky for Sandusky.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I will be doing is taking a shower after this show. Anyways, we've got Southern Illinois up against North Dakota. Bryant against Wagner, the rematch. They just played yesterday. We got Sacred Heart against Long Island. We've got Coastal Carolina against Delaware State. And St. Joe's Drexel. Brian?
No, I'm going to take a little lean towards North Dakota. I know they're 1-5, and Salukis, I think, are 3-0. But for me, it's just too many points. I like North Dakota here. I'll take the points.
Straight garbage. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to lean towards Southern Illinois. That was one of the games that caught my eye on the early slate, not just because it's at the top of the schedule, but I like the Salukis. I like the level of competition they've faced. And I like Coastal Carolina. It's a huge number, but Delaware State has been caught awful for years. I'll take Coastal. Those are my two for the slot.
Mark, who used to write for us, lives in that Delaware State area, and he said that they would just go to the student union and just find 5 guys and throw them out on the court.
If I ever wanted a Delaware State game, I got to get it right when the schedule comes out. Otherwise, Mark was on it like white on rice.
It's like he was way big on the Delaware and Delaware State, and he was like Delaware State. He's like they just went to the student union to grab 5 guys.
My favorite was just like, you want the Oregon, North Carolina, or Fairfield, Marist? Fairfield, Marist. Don't even give me anything North Carolina.
He was the king of Friday nights.
Yeah.
King of Friday night hoops. I wonder if after the new year we're gonna get back to the good stuff. The other Mac.
The AA Mac?
Yeah. The Horizon. And the thing about the Horizon that I like is, like, if teams do get good in the Horizon, they're so out of there, you know? Like Wichita State. It's like, we're out of here, you know? Valpo.
It's the audition league.
Yeah. It's kind of like, well, we were good in the so we're gone. It's like, bring in Dixie State. Rod?
For me in this spot, I like Southern Illinois. Give me Southern Illinois over North Dakota. They're just more efficient on both sides of the ball. 11-3 ATS at home. Their last 14 games, they play a good game at home. Give me Southern Illinois. I think they win this game by 10. And I'll take Bryant over Wagner. They can beat them up again. It's time they're at home to beat them up a little more. Those are the 2 I like in this spot.
I thought you said you like 3.
3? No, I said 2.
These
I like
are
a
my
couple in
readers.
this spot.
I like Bryant. Wagner sucks. They played yesterday. It was 12, I think, was the final score. It was in the 12 range. But the game was never that close. It wasn't like, you know, they were up by 8 and, like, score, you know, got to hit free throws at the end. Nah. It was like 12 was as close as it ever got. I also like St. Joe's against Drexel. So St. Joe's hasn't played in, like, weeks. And I know bad karma over there fired their coach, right? I mean, they fired that coach, and ever since they fired him, right? They had, like, he was there forever, right? Then they fire him, and then they, like, win, like, 2 games the next season, right? It's like total bad vibes. But the thing is, Drexel's not very good for a 3-2 team. And when you look at St. Joe's, the 2 teams that they lost to when we did play a month ago, they were actually really some of the really, really good teams. And they played pretty well in those games.
Yeah, one was a cover, I believe.
Against Auburn.
Auburn was one, and the other one was no joke either. Who was the other one? Villanova or something?
I think it might have been Villanova. I remember almost getting laughed off.
That was your cue to look it up, but I'll look it up.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, too late. Thanks for nothing. Kansas. It was 94-72. They hung in there. Speaking of hanging in there, tantalizing. It just makes me feel dirty. We got Creighton against St. John's. Kansas, Texas Tech. Houston Baptist against North Texas. Jackson State against Bradley. St. Louis against NC State. There was no line last night, so I didn't do a video. I was going to do one before the show, and then I was like, cover it on the show. I still might do it. San Francisco against Oregon. Ryan, any of these gems?
You got the Filet-O-Fishes versus the Big Macs with the Creighton and St. John's. I'm all over St. John's here, plus the points. I know they lost 2 in a row, but that Creighton game was a eye-opener.
What do you think about this total of 238?
I don't like totals. So I
know, but look at this one. It's like, I know it went down 1.5 points, but you got to think at that number, the books were begging you to take the under.
Yeah, I would go over in that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like money, it's like college basketball game. You look at the total. It's like the Rockets Pelicans game. It's like 2.
I rarely like the under unless they're begging you to take the under. Then I
love when they it's the Rockets Pelicans or Rockets Mavericks. Like two teams that don't play defense at all, right? It's like they put the total out. It's like 247. Then they put the hook on it. It's 247.5. It's 304.5. It's like the NBA All-Star game. 422.5. It's like, why even bother at that point? You know.
I like the Johnnies here.
I kind of like St. John's too. I think Creighton's a majorly square play here. And I like Creighton a lot. I think Creighton wins. I just don't think they cover.
I think they win by 4. Creighton wins by 4.
Yeah, or 4.5. Chris, the line should be 4.5 in that game. Chris,
I like the over in the Kansas Texas Tech game. I know they normally like to play under, but I mean, these head-to-head, these are two teams that have played over in 7 of the last 8 head-to-head meetings, and I just think Kansas has enough talent to help push this one over 133.5. And I like Bradley laying 17.5 against Jackson State. Bradley played a ton of close games, but I just think Jackson State's been the whipping boy for a lot of these bigger schools this year. I think Bradley takes out some frustration here, wins this one by at least 20. So give me Bradley here.
Yeah, the totals have been right in this wheelhouse for this series, except for last time they met, last March. 128 was the total. Under the 133.5. It's always right around this number. 135, 132, 133. Rod, anything in this time slot tantalize you?
Yeah, the under in the Texas Tech Kansas game definitely tantalizes me. We're going to have a huge defensive battle in this game. Texas Tech's 4th ranked defense in the country. I don't think we're going to have a shootout here. I like the under in that one. And I like St. John's. I'm with you guys. That's way too many points there. And what I see is a 3-point game.
I rarely use language like this, but St. Louis is going to beat the dog shit out of NC State. All right, I use language like that all the time, but St. Louis is going to slaughter NC State. Okay, they're going to beat them up bad. NC State is good, but St. Louis, this is kind of like the chip on the shoulder game. So it's like they don't get a chance at the ACC teams too often, and it's kind of like it's not. How about the discounting of Duke last night? It's like Notre Dame, who lost at home to Ohio State, 4-point dogs in that game, and it went down to 2.5. It was never close, right? It was not like it was a good game or anything, right? It was just one side.
That was an easy one.
Terrible. Terrible. Terrible.
Tantalizingly terrible.
So, some people use these email things, right? And I got another one here. Maybe this guy's a fraud. Got to find out because, so this thing, yeah, we're going to have to find out because we're going to block him. That's what's going to have to happen because people use these like email things saying like you have to pay money to deliver them email. They act like you're a spammer. But this guy, it's his receipts for his purchases of premium picks. It's like, yeah, what we're going to do is we'll cancel your thing, and then we'll see if your email will work. This is moronic. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Oh, no, this could be a problem, actually. Yep, this is a problem. All right. Actually, I don't know. Bought Rod's Tantalizing Thursday. Brought Brian's picks. Figure it out. If you have like an email blocker or something like that, whitelist me. If I'm sending you something, it's not spam. It's usually something important. I'm not like a spammer. I'm not going to send you some, coupon code every Thursday or something.
Every day of the week, actually.
Every day of the week. Yeah, I like St. Louis. I also like Houston Baptist. I gave him out as my dog of the day, but I like him again. I like Houston Baptist. I like him again. I just think that this is a team that knows how to cover. You give these guys 23.5, it's just right in their wheelhouse for a 22-point loss. It's like these guys know exactly how to do it. They do just enough. It's like they know they lose by 22 or they lose by 8. It all pays the same. They fully understand what we do, and I respect that. I mean, look at these games. Look at Houston Baptist. Just look at how textbook these guys have this thing down. Okay, they played against Rice, getting 13.5. They lose by 11. Okay, they just enough, right? Just enough. They played Rice again, and this one they didn't cover the first time. So then the next one, right? They're playing SMU. They're getting 32.5. They lose by 27. So it's not like they outdid themselves and put a scare into SMU or anything. They didn't need to do that. Lose by 27, we're good. They're getting 37 against Arizona State. They lose by 23. Yeah. 14 points to the good, way into the comfort zone. This is a team that you give them a bundle of points. This is no Omaha. This is a team that knows what they're doing. You give them a bundle of points. Yeah, they got 30 against TCU. No problemo. 45-69. We'll gladly lose by 24 if we're getting 30. Yeah. This is our team. Houston Baptist could be my team this year. I really like these guys. North Texas is one of our cover teams too, but I like them more as a dog. Houston Baptist. Now this is a team. You find me guys that cover with these 30-pointers on a regular basis. Yeah, they're going to find their way into my rotation. Rotation number 307-149. Houston Baptist.
Is Vermont not playing this year?
No, I don't think they're playing. Ivy's not playing either. I haven't seen Boston University or Vermont or any of those guys.
No.
What a waste.
Northeastern is playing, but not Boston University, even though they're literally a half mile apart from each other. And Boston College, right? They're all, I went to school there, right? They're all this close. So at one side of Commonwealth Avenue, on one side of the street of Commonwealth Avenue, there's COVID, and the other side of the street of Commonwealth Avenue, there's no COVID. I mean, basically, that's what that's what that's saying. You know, one side, and then one side of the Fens, which is an actual park, not the Stadium Fenway Park, but a park called the Fens. There's no COVID on one side of the park, and on the other side of the park, there's COVID.
Just like my snow restrictions in Pennsylvania. That
Oh my God, that's
funny.
hilarious.
I need to wear gloves if I have a snowball fight with somebody. I told my son, I said, make sure
you're
you put
probably
your
going to
gloves
wear
on.
gloves anyways because your hands are going to freeze up, and
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, well, I can't make snowballs, and you're going to get killed. So you're going to have gloves on anyways. But really,
Now, don't get hit by anyone throwing snowballs with no gloves on.
but you can eat
You're not
out
allowed
of the
to help.
restaurant.
You're not allowed to help your neighbor shovel if they're an old lady. You can't go over and help them. It's against the rules.
So Boston and like the rest of the Northeast, they're playing conference only.
When are they starting?
In
January.
January.
No COVID in January. I see another place got approved for a COVID drug. Does this mean like that we're all going to be good by this time next year? Like everything's cured. We're all
Hopefully.
back to normal.
Hopefully.
Back to normal, except everyone's out of business.
Yeah.
Back to normal, except nobody has any jobs because everyone's out of business. So we can do mail-in voting. Fucking.
I was looking into baseball season tickets, so I'm hoping they may be able to go.
Oregon versus San Francisco. Dixie State versus Southern Utah. Marquette against Seton Hall. Omaha up against Wyoming. UC Irvine up against Loyola Marymount. Brian, well, Omaha for you.
No, I agree with you about the Billikens in St. Louis. I think this is an opportunity game for them. Step out and get a big out-of-conference win.
We passed
Also,
that game already for you.
You didn't give me that option.
Yes,
This
we
is
did.
a-
Of course we did.
I like St. Louis. And then the other game I like is the Oregon Ducks. I think the Dons were exposed the last game. I'm not afraid to lay the 7 here. I think they win by 15 or so.
You got
That's the best
exposed,
free pick.
exposed and tantalizing on the same show. Super creepy version of.
My favorite free pick is Oregon.
We're going super creepy. There's no limit on the creepiness on today's show.
Get my fully exposed 3-pack.
God. Next, Brian's gonna put out like the Friday Full Monty 3-pack or something. And for my 2 picks for this time, so I like Dixie State against Southern Utah. And Dixie State's been playing well since coming up and making the transition to D1 and getting 8.5 points. Lines dropping. I'll take Dixie State, and I'll take Loyola Marymount against UC Irvine. And just like Loyola Marymount, UC Irvine hasn't looked all that great to start the year, so give me Loyola Marymount in this one.
Rod? I didn't mute him. He muted himself.
My bad. Well, I was coughing. Nobody wants
Shut
to hear
yourself up. That's
I like Dixie State as well. Give me Dixie State in the point. That's way too many points against Southern Utah. Both teams are perfect against the spread, and you look at the numbers. That's just too many points. And that's all I like in that spot.
I have 3 college.
I lean Marymount, but I don't know. Something just seemed I can't do it. Something seems funky there.
I have 3 college basketball premiums. Here's a question that I get all the time too. How do you find time for your wife? Because I live in Hawaii. We're doing this show at 4:00 in the morning. So by 6:00, everything's done. By the time 6:00 hits, like when I do those halftime shows like tonight, it's like, but after that I'm done working. So it's like I just start early and then by dinner time I'm done. Which is nice. Well, when I used to live in Chicago, it was way worse. Be like emails, phone calls, all that other crap all morning, and then then the games start at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and then the games go all night. It was way worse. I mean, I needed 6 TVs there to get things done because we had the one that we watched stuff together, and then all my TVs around it. Now we only need 4 TVs, 2 computers, and an iPad. Covers everything. But it's everything. So the nice thing here is that everything's over, 6 o'clock, it's all over already. It's all done. The whole day. Once in a while you get like those Pac-12 games that, take all day, take all night, but it's rare. Yeah, in this late time slot, I'm not with you guys on this Loyola Marymount Irvine. I'm just not feeling that game, to be honest with you. And I was an early adapter to the Mount. Irvine's good, man, and they've played a tough schedule. They have 2 of the best players in the entire West Coast, not just in their conference. I mean, in the entire West Coast of the United States. So definitely tough customers. I'd watch out for those anteaters. I wouldn't be running to the window there. I think I gave out Loyola in the video, but it's not like, I don't love it. That's for sure. I think Marquette against Seton Hall is going to be a war. I think it's going to be under 144.5. 2 teams that can play some defense. They also like to miss open shots for some reason. And clutch free throws. Yet they managed to win. That's about it for me. Anyways, those of you that missed the beginning of the show, Rod's got a tantalizing 3-pack. Chris has got a no-limit play in his college basketball 3-pack. And Brian's got a play on tonight's football game as well as 2 college basketball picks. All for sale in our premium area.
And tonight on the drive-through, did I get it right that time?
Go for it.
Tonight on the drive.
It's your show. It's your show, Chris. We're just living in it.
Tonight, myself, Tony T, have Alex Smart, Alan Enos, Rod, Damian Sosh, killing the college basketball, I think, right now, as well as Mitch. We're going to have a loaded show tonight. I'm going to open up another door on the Advent calendar. It's going to be a great show tonight. It's going to be absolutely loaded, 6 p.m. Eastern time on the YouTube channel.
Hope it's those candy-coated almonds in there. I like those. It's a nice snack. It's like they're not chocolate covered. They got like this candy covering on them.
Like praline coated?
No, it's like a hard shell, like an M&M type shell over the almond. I think they used to call them Jordan almonds. Yeah, I know you know very little. We've got what do you got for your parlay?
It's either sugar covered nuts. Of course, I would know about them, but for my parlay, I'm going to go St. Louis, Dixie State, and Bradley. My 3-teamer.
Rod, what are you looking at?
I got St. Louis, Bryant, and St. John's. Be the third one.
Brian, parlay action?
Oregon, the over in the St. John's game, and Houston Baptist.
I forgot to say this throughout the show. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, Fonzie. We're gonna get Fonzie over here. I looked for a Fonzie bobblehead, for the show, but they don't have a bobblehead. But what they do is a bobble arm where you rock Fonzie and he does this. Hit the thumbs up. We gotta have Fonzie. Gotta have him. We'll have him right over here with the Hanson brothers.
Nice.
Fonzie. Got a couple other bobbleheads coming. I don't know. I think I'm going to redesign the set for the new year. I'm going to change some things up. I'll keep some things from this set, but I'm also going to change some things up. Clean it up a little bit. It's a little messed up. Anyways, I do have a parlay for today. Be sure to hit that thumbs up. Helps us a ton. Costs you nothing. Takes a half a second. And keeps us going. Makes us feel appreciated. Not easy to do with these guys. Of course, I'm also on the drive-thru tonight. I don't know what game I'm giving out. I usually wait till last, let everybody else pick, and then I pick last.
I'm also on Omaha today, small. I'm not going to give up till they cover.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Bet $100 every single Omaha game.
We're going to keep it nice and we're going to.
Jeez. Why you just send me $100?
I refuse to give up on Omaha. They're going to cover for me. Damn it.
To quote Vegas Vacation, why don't we just step outside? You hand me your wallet, I kick you in the balls, and we save ourselves a little time here.
This is going to be I don't know about Omaha, but this is going to be a pretty sharp night. I have a feeling with a few of these. So I'm looking forward to tonight's card. I got a lot of shoveling I got to do outside and a lot of BS, but I'll be able to sit back and tantalize myself with some winners.
Southern Illinois, Bryant, and St. Joe's for me. All early cash. Early parlay. Early birdcage.
I like Bryant because it has my name in it.
If you spelled it B-R-Y-A-N-T.
I'm changing it.
It has my name in it. If I spelled it B-R-Y-A-N-T. Yeah, this is not our best show. Oh, not our best show. All right, thanks everyone for joining us. We appreciate you coming. We got 4 college football games tomorrow. I'll be live halftime of Thursday Night Football. We're on a heater in these half times. I've been saying that for the last 3 years. But we've been on a heater for these half times, so come on and join us. Of course, check out our premium picks. We got tons of them, certainly not mandatory. I'm still running that special, and if you buy any extended packages, I'm matching that with a consensus report to run side by side with it.
What if they buy a college football bowl pass?
Yeah, I'll throw in the consensus report with the college football bowl pass, sure. To run side by side with it. Do you have a college football bowl pass?
You haven't been paying attention. I've been talking about it.
Yeah, I don't listen to a word you say.
It gets you this championship weekend for free, and then you get all of the bowl picks.
You lost me at Omaha. Anyways.
I'm ready to get tantalized tonight. Tantalizing Thursday.
Yeah, I still can't get past it.
Yeah, I just got the creepy chill.
You got so many comments here, I kind of totally ignored them. I hate the I did yesterday comments. I cashed in on UTEP plus 13. Yeah, me too. We should just do that on our show. We could go through like all my video picks, all the free picks we gave out, and we'll just say, yeah, this is what we did yesterday. And that'll be like, then we'll just stick to, thanks for joining us. We'll try and act more professional tomorrow, right? We'll just be done. We'll see how people like it. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. We'll try and act more professional tomorrow. Hey, hit the thumbs up. Sit on it, Potsy.